want to talk about England. I want to talk about it from the heart. Graham Lineham, the creator of Father Ted, the IT Files, was living in America. He appeared on Joe Rogan discussing censorship in Britain, why he left. Well, he makes a few what I consider to be innocuous jokes about the trans community. Of course, with no freedom of speech in Great Britain, with nothing protecting individuals' right to say whatever they want, the government can decree that you are being malicious towards a certain group, that you are inciting violence, and they can come down on you like a ton of bricks because this comedian, this man who poses no threat, was arrested when he returned to Great Britain, and you can eliminate the great from that, by 5 armed policemen. 5 armed policemen. Did you know that bobbies in the UK don't usually carry guns? But you've got to do that for an overweight, middle-aged comedian, right? Yeah, this is England today, and they are stomping out any dissent against their totalitarian government. They are treating 1984 as a playbook that they are imitating and running and instituting slowly. They're now going to be introducing digital IDs for all citizens of Great Britain. I don't know whether that applies to those who came illegally. Maybe they can get away with it. This horrific totalitarian hellhole led by communist Keir Starmer. Now, the fact is that there are going to be a lot of people that aren't even going to Britain. Why would I ever step foot in your country again and spend my hard-earned dollars to see your antiquities when I'm going to be, in all likelihood, like Graham, arrested for speaking out against the state? Meanwhile, you are arresting other English citizens like Lucy Connolly and sentencing her to 31 months in jail. And you are using the threat that it's going to take a year just to get to her trial. So why not take the plea bargain and plead guilty? For what? For stating that she doesn't think that a murderer who went out and slaughtered 3 girls at a ballet class, at a Taylor Swift dance class, are good people, and she doesn't care what happens to the others. This is what you get 30 months in prison in Britain for, because you have a totalitarian state that is using Lucy Connolly as a warning to anybody else who might speak out. And we want to avoid that coming here to America. Europe, my friends, is cooked. They have the frog in the pot, and they've turned that thing up, and now it's full boil. And now the frog is trying to escape with the likes of Tommy Robinson, Nigel Farage. But Britain has this totalitarian labor communist government in there for another 3.5 years, I believe. So good luck, England, as they continue to crack down. You have to, in my opinion, rise up and overthrow this tyrannical government. There is nothing that's going to help you because they want to cook all of you. There's no freedom of speech. You can be a Pakistani groomer, aka R-A-P and an E at the end, and you will get less time in jail than Lucy Connolly. You will be protected by the state. If you say something against these people that are invading the country with antithetical notions to a Western civilization and democracy, then you get to go to jail for being not in favor of multiculturalism, for being against this medieval mindset that says that you can marry a 9-year-old. I'm very disturbed because I see England's freedoms going downhill. I see in Germany that 7 AfD politicians, that which the ruling class wanted to label as incredibly disruptive to Germany and thus should be abolished. This whole blob apparatus that is using totalitarian power to squash any potential threat before it materializes. Well, this is the inflection point, my friends. Will England rise up and overthrow their tyrannical leaders? Will the people of Germany say "Niet, nein" to the continued invasion of their country by these Islamists? And you only need a certain percentage of them to overthrow your values because they are so virulent and will go ahead and try to impose Sharia law upon thee. And once they have a majority, forget about it. It's done. It's gone. Your freedoms, your blessed freedoms that Western civilization has uncovered over all this great period of time will cease. They will come to an end. But hey, you already have Keir Starmer in England doing it, arresting a comedian at gunpoint when bobbies don't usually have guns. It's beyond absurd to me. It is antithetical to the foundations of Western civilization, and our founding fathers who said, give me liberty or giving me death, are rolling in their graves right now because they are being subverted, they are being undermined, they are being dug out, and zombies need to emerge from the grave sites of the American Revolution and be sent over to England to lead another rebellion against the ruling class there who hates, I repeat, hates the common citizen. Peace, blessings, thumb up the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and give me your thoughts on the matter. Peace.